Alright, got my coffee. Figured I'd do another VOD since nobody had a recording of this one. I guess like the ones that people didn't record. I'm just gonna go over those. It's a little tedious, but I think it's just useful to have. Maybe it's a little weird to record over your own VODs, but whatever. I don't think anybody cares. Both bot lanes kind of arriving at similar points. The Udyr starting bot side, but not clearing this. Interestingly enough, I feel like you just do the whole jungle as Udyr. Just because purely because he can get away with it so safely. Okay. Getting a nice trade on the Annie there. They're kind of trading bot lane. Yeah, Dakota just kind of running him down. It's kind of the right time to do that. I think he should have kept trading right there, though, while this was still up. He turned around a little too soon. Kind of missed out on some more damage, but... And yeah, I went Anivia because I think it does fine against Annie. And yeah, I actually don't think I needed to flash there. I flashed because he flashed and I thought that there was a plan. Like I thought there was a jungler nearby or something. But I actually wasn't low enough. And I have the double MMR rune, so he doesn't really get me. And Mike's pressuring Nando. So yeah, this Nasus is gonna wanna farm up. Farm wise, like super even across the board, honestly. Can you like use the F keys and swap between? No. I need to figure out how that works. Okay. The Trundle trading really well with the Nasus. I think Trundle is pretty good against Nasus because the only way Nasus can be relevant. Ooh. And Mike's sticking around a long time here. Ends up getting caught of a stun and such, and then bot lane roams too. So, kind of a crazy response from bot lane actually. Like I was in this game and I didn't actually expect them to roam there. They just show up and kill my laner. But he was pretty low from the trades that happened. So that's just kind of part of the game. We've all been there. Gonna run me down, but there's a huge wave and it's time to get out. So they did lose a little bit of farm, I guess, for that roam, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Once he gets this wave. Dakota gonna want to farm up these stacks. With the Unsealed Spellbook, I feel like that's what like a lot of Nasus go. I feel like Grasp and Phase Rush are both really underrated for this character, though, especially against, like, I think Grasp particularly against Trundle is underrated because since he has Grasp and you don't, he's able to just win these trades constantly, and you're forced to use mana to survive in lane. So I don't know. I think a lot of times we pick summoner spells purely based on like what we see a lot of people doing, but it's really lane specific. And I mean, I'm guilty of that as well. So yeah, the dragon just goes down here. Anivia just gonna stay in lane. Looks like farm-wise, Paul's actually got a pretty big lead on me here. And yeah, that was a bad Q. Really, you wanna... I should be throwing it kind of up the middle of where he is, so he has less room to sidestep. And that's what I do a couple times in lane, but yeah, missing that one. The speed buff from Annie really gives him the ability to, if he waits for when I toss my Q out, then it's a lot easier for him to sidestep it. I think, okay, so Mike looking top, but Nando's level 6. Uses the W to have that move speed. Doesn't have flash. Do they dive it? Can they dive it? Yeah, they get it. Good job by Mike. And yeah, I think the Anivia is really good here because Paul had already picked Annie, and there are a lot of champions that I play that honestly get dumpstered by Annie, like Twisted Fate, Yasuo, Yone. But Anivia does just fine because of the range advantage and because honestly the utility that Anivia provides their team is far stronger than Annie's utility, unless Annie is just massive and can one-shot everybody. But eventually she falls off, in my opinion, because she kind of has to force things. Especially when you don't have a team that has like crazy good engage. Which I think is kind of the flaw of blue team's comp here. You know, Udyr and Nasus both kind of just run in, but they don't have solid, just clappy engage like Jarvan or something. So yeah, the Annie's going to look for a roam here. Gonna go on to Colin. He's already low. Everybody's there. And Team Money with the worst teleport in history. That was so bad, dude. I mean, I immediately called it whenever I was TPing in that it was a terrible decision. We just didn't have, you know, we're outnumbered there. Colin was pretty much already dead, so yeah, that was a terrible TP. Could have gotten plates, could have gotten pressure on mid lane, could have gotten more farm. It's a massive L, man. There's like so many reasons as to why that TP was bad, other than just dying. But continuously pushing the wave, like forcing Paul to miss waves. If I could have done that, it would have been pretty fine for our team. Actually, the goal would be like really close now. Oh yeah, so I got ult. I think it's a lot easier to trade with the Annie. Flashed out because I didn't want to get ulted by the bear, but obviously her bear is down. And there's the roam by Tira. So I mean, I was actually playing overly aggressive there, purely because I had two teammates nearby. Because otherwise I wouldn't really go for a dumb trade like that because, well, maybe I would. I've been known to do things like that. It's gonna go for me. And yeah, the bird is just sick, dude. I mean, look at that. That's like, you know, 30% of his HP for one rotation of my spells. And bot lane, pretty even right now. Colin getting 2 games of Jinx in tonight in 10 mins, in this 10 min. And Dakota's at 132 stacks. I think he's doing fine in the farm game and is on a decent pace with his Q. I don't know if this is right, but I just build a tier whenever I play Nasus so I can just like never run out of mana in lane. Because I see people doing that with like tanks in top lane in pro play and stuff. So it's like, I guess I could work on Nasus. And yeah, now in the mid lane, the Verdant Barrier, which is something that, okay, nice spell shield there. That's really huge. They went for a big engage, and then Tira just spell shields and gets out. I mean, I think the Morgana pick was really good here. It was suggested by Tira and Colin, so needs to be minigunning for blast hitting that, yeah. Oh yeah, and Paul is just like way up here. Morgana ends up getting it. Get the Q on the Swain, so we can chase it down, but Peter's picking off Tira as we approach. And yeah, the wall just kind of ruined the stay there. Should have given it to Jinx probably in hindsight. And they're just going to chase down the Swain and get the free dragon now. Yeah, Anivia actually really good. Anivia and Jinx, so good at taking dragons. Mundo as well. Just gonna get the stun down on the Mike. And I think he smites early there. Now we're looking at Paul. He's gonna walk away. Nasus 165 stacks. I mean, once he gets to 300, you know, the character does start to feel pretty spooky. I think he's going Divine Sunderer, which is good against their team. I mean, it's good against the tanks. Dakota pretty much always at low mana, but it's kind of what happens to Nasus a lot of times. Just pushing out mid. Morg looking for some pressure, but too pushed out. Here comes the Udyr. They're spotted by the Morgana. Probably going to pull out. And yeah, we're just going to go for this, huh? Weird wall by me. Scuttle control, man. If you can deny Scuttle to the enemy jungler a lot, it's pretty bad for them. Meanwhile, Pat, yeah, kind of just stealing that. And I called that Udyr was going to be going for Pat right here and checking his jungle. He's actually just running top immediately. So I start roaming top. They're going to go on Nando. He has flash up. He has ult up. He's staying because I'm TPing in. I called for the TP. And yeah. We're all here now. And it's bad. Nando played really well there. You know, got the ult off, got his zone off, and just really gets a great kill. Sets it up for the team. Gonna go back to bot lane. Ooh, gets the hook onto the Jinx, but the spell shield was kind of late. And so yeah, just gonna go down. I don't know if spell shield was on cooldown or what, but it was a little bit late. Just kind of one of those things you have to react to. Not that everybody can, always. Again, a very weird wall. I don't know what that is. I think getting the wave would have been good here too for me, but I just didn't have any mana, so I felt like I wouldn't be able to do it in a timely fashion. Let's go back. Okay, Pat's here, full HP. Oh, okay, yeah. He's killing the, yeah, he was killing the tower, so he took a lot of tower shots, and he didn't have his ult up. So Mike was just doing that thing to him. Mike not really using Phoenix. Mike not going Phoenix at all. Oh my goodness. What year is it? Oh dude, you definitely go Phoenix stance. Like, it's just too strong. It's the only reason that makes the character. It's basically what makes the character so strong, because his clear is so good, his ability to eat waves is so good, and it's just like massive burst damage. It's legit way more burst than Tiger, even if you have like AD items for Tiger. The base damage is just insane. So they're getting these chain roots off. They could dive that. Especially with the Jinx ult. Oh, no Jinx ult. Okay. Maybe they don't dive it then. Oh, you can just chase after, but yeah, they're worried about, I guess, anybody else being there. And here comes the Udyr. Nice, nice snare by Tira. Lets Colin reposition. I use Shurelya's to get back in. He gets stunned. Or gets cut off by the wall, so. Really a big fan of the, there's this Anivia one trick on the Korean server, or actually there's a couple of them that I've seen in a lot of different games with pros and such. And multiple Anivia people that spam the character have been running Shurelya's into Morello Namicon. And I actually took the Omnivamp passive, but a lot of them go the Relentless Hunter for the move speed. Okay, and Pat getting poked down. Trying to kite them out with Anivia. It's so hard to chase down people's teammates whenever there's Anivia in your way, man. I get hooked here. They're going to really go in on me. I have flash, and the wall is there. The Peter's there. I might just die. Okay, getting out of range. Here comes the Morgana. In kind of an awkward spot. Oh yeah, just going to die. And I'm just going to walk away. But yeah, they will actually go Relentless Hunter. I went the Spell Vamp just because I felt like maybe I was going to need it against their team. And they'll just roam across the map and just help out the team in all these different engagements. I think it's pretty strong. It actually might be better than standard Anivia when you're against lineups that have a lot of healing, because it gives you the move speed to make sure that you're able to kite people constantly. That's kind of Anivia's biggest weakness, is their base move speed is very bad. And so even though you have an egg, you're so slow that a lot of times if you get caught, you just die twice. But with the Shurelya's build, man, you have crazy move speed. And yeah, right now Pat's pretty huge. You know, 4-1 and 2. He's got a big farm advantage. Obviously, that means he has item advantages. And I think the biggest mistake here was the Tiger stance Udyr with Conquer. I mean, I guess he was just trying some shit, but it's just not good right now. And the only reason it's not good is because Phoenix stance is just so incredible, and it allows you to build pure tank and still do more damage than most bruisers. But I guess Mike just trying something out. I mean, that's fine. But I mean, I feel like Udyr is actually legit faster than Mundo in his clear, so he usually is ahead of Mundo's by some margin. Dakota up to 246. Like, once he gets to 300, 400, I mean, Nasus starts to be pretty scary. The only problem is that, like, I think Mundo handles Nasus fairly well. Trundle, Anivia handles Nasus really well because of all the slows. And, yeah, Kraken Slayer, is he going Kraken Slayer? Yeah, so Kraken Slayer Jinx also just demolishes Nasus if he's able to have any free time to hit him. Yeah, Pat just gonna walk out. This skin is actually dope, honestly. I'm a big fan. Just throwing the chair. Yeah, see, right, I think just in general, your gameplay loop with Jinx is like, the only time you use the rockets without having the attack speed boost is if you're just trying to get these quick trades in lane. And yeah, Team Money getting caught out here. I think I'm just dead. That boy just did. Here comes everybody else. Pat's huge. He's going in. Morgana ults. Pat is just walking over him right now, but they have a lot of people there. Here comes the Jinx. Needs to be using the minigun. Oh, dude, Colin, you've got to use minigun, bro. You really don't like using that, do you? Ugh. Yeah, so I think if Colin was using minigun the entire fight, they would have just gotten absolutely waxed. Like, if he was just minigunning and then switching to rockets, it's just so strong, dude. I talk about it in the other game, but like Kraken Slayer plus minigun, look at the attack speed, dude. It's 130%, and the wind up time of the auto attack is so quick. Compare that to the wind up time of the rockets. It's like, it's not even comparable. So that's why you typically only switch to the rockets after you have the attack speed buff. But most times with Jinx, you really want to be in minigun because it's just busted. And I think Colin is going for the rockets a lot. I saw him do this in the other game too. I think he goes for rockets a lot because it's safe. But I mean, their Nasus didn't have much mana there. Everybody was going on the Mundo, you know. I think you just need to be blowing them up with the minigun. Then you switch to your rockets. Only commenting on it because I've played a lot of Jinx lately. But yeah, this is here comes Paul. He's kind of in an awkward spot with TP, but he gets her down. Nando's gonna get out of there. Udyr ends up going down. Here comes the Anivia. Crazy amount of zoning damage, and yeah, Dakota's just outnumbered now. So the Kai'Sa's just gonna get out. Oh yeah, the other thing, the reason that you open with the minigun is because you go Conqueror. So like, what faster way to build up Conqueror with Jinx than to just attack them really fast? Then you have Conqueror, then you have attack speed on your rockets. It's just kind of how you have to play her, man. You kind of have to get up in there, in the thick of it with that Kraken Slayer. Unless you're like waiting for a specific timing. But I do think she's one of the strongest AD carries in the game right now. Honestly, might be stronger than Kai'Sa. With the right team, like with the right Protect Jinx comp. She's just so much damage. Like, her interaction with Kraken Slayer is crazy. Attack speed? And yeah, I like cut down here for Colin instead of the coup de grace, but coup de grace is just always good. It's never really a bad choice. It's just that they do have 2 tanks and a Swain that's probably going to be building HP, and Annie that's going to have more HP than you. Cut down just has so much value here. And it synergizes with Kraken Slayer and the minigun really well. And yeah, Anivia's got the Morello, Verdant Barrier. Looks like going for the Cosmic Drive. This build is super strong, man. It seems cheese, it seems troll, but yeah, they're just gonna run them down slowly. It seems troll, but you just having the move speed for Anivia is massive, and just like, even if they don't have a team that has a bunch of heals, you know, a lot of people take Spell Vamp passive, a lot of people take healing inside their runes, and some just naturally from their items. And so just nullifying that is massive in big fights. You know, Udyr has Conqueror. So yeah, they're going on T-Money here. Trying to kite out. Okay, so let's just see what happens here. Okay, I actually kite to get away. It was a nice shield by Peter. I think that staying in range of my E for him was important. But look at this, man. What? Like, okay. This legit made me salty. Okay, let's slow it down. How does that work? How did he not get pushed back? It's like the animation of him using bear stance lunged him slightly forward to get him past the wall, but the fact that the wall is up didn't actually push him out. That's not how the move works, man. It's just not. That was a bug. And yeah, I'm salty as fuck. I was really like so mad. Just because that's not how wall works. It's not how it ever works. There are a lot of characters that can go over walls and fuck with it, but not just a melee like Udyr. So yeah, red team's gonna be able to siege here. Colin should really be like minigunning and then stepping up for rockets here, stepping up for W's here. They don't have a lot of threat on him, honestly. Like right here, minigun that guy. Okay, there we go. Look, that's what I'm talking. You see how much damage you did, Colin? Did you see? Like, look at the minigun damage. See, now you can rocket. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That is what I'm talking about. Use the minigun at the final fight. Does a shitload of damage, bro. GG.